Go. Whoops, I had audio off. So what I was trying to say was that I have a whole new setup here, and I'm working on it. I have this big old box for my webcam. I got a green screen coming in this weekend. I'm going to be working on that, okay? I'm going to be working on a lot of stuff so I can deliver this a little bit better. And yeah, so I'm going to actually not focus on the chat. There's not going to be any alerts going on. And yeah, there's, except for that, there's sound is coming out now. So it's a 20-second delay. So all I see in front of me is what you see right here, this little monitor. And that's what I see. That's my monitor right here. And I'm going to be working on everything. But I wanted to talk to you about men don't like to talk about depression. So I'll go ahead and talk about my own. I'll talk about some of the things that I found for excuses for myself and some stuff that I heard from others. And if you're here for Harley Davidson type stuff, Fridays are mental health / regular vlog. It's not tips or anything like that. So if you're not here for that, that's fine. I have a video coming out Sunday. It's a really good tips, and I got a video coming out Monday and Wednesday. So today's mainly about the mental health stuff. So as you can see right here, this is exactly what I'm reading. It's the same screen. Yeah, the background's gonna be sweet. Anyways, I'm gonna leave. I get distracted by the chat. I'm doing this so that there's no edits or any hiding. I'm not behind a helmet. I'm not on the bike. I'm not focused on the bike or anything like that. I'm focused on sitting here talking to the camera, and I have the mic here. So if you guys can hear me, I will check the chat right here. Let me know if you can hear me, and it's okay. It's a good sound. It's a good quality. I don't want to keep talking and mess up my own video, but not doing that. I'm doing this because of the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride and the Movember Foundation. September 30th, I'm going to be riding in the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. I will go ahead and I'll find, there's a link in the description in my Instagram, but you can easily find it, gentleman'sride.com/DanDanTheFireman. It's all over everything, but if you want to sponsor me, if you want to donate money to men's mental health or prostate cancer. But last year when I did it, I did something just like this, but I was on the bike, where I was talking about where I think I have anxiety, I think I have something going on here. Okay, perfect sound, good. Something going on, and that was last year. So within that time frame, I've been quite open about my own mood disorders and everything. And then there's also an online service that I'll talk about later, and I'm not going to talk about it right now. I'll just talk about it later. So the common excuses that I hear, and then how I can fix mine. Okay, so I'm going to keep it on this screen for now, but I have a bigger screen. I want to show you some other stuff. But right now, this is what we're going to do, so you can see me perfectly. So another excuse one excuse that I've given myself and I've heard from others is that there's nothing wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with me. It's like I'm fine. I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, I get angry. Yeah, all this stuff, but there's nothing wrong with me. It's hard to believe you have a problem because it's your own mind going against what is really happening. Really, it's not like a broken leg where you see it, you visualize it, you can't walk on it. It's obviously broken. You got blood, or you got a bone broken, or your leg is all just I can't even think right now, but it's all messed up. And yeah, that's easy to see, and it's easy to say, yeah, there's something wrong with me because I got a broken leg. The hard part with the brain is that your reality is your reality, and there's nothing. You don't think you're wrong. You don't think anything's wrong, and that's one of the biggest hurdles when it comes to alcoholism, addictions or anything like that, or just straight up denial, or even not even exploring the fact that there might be something wrong. Really does hurt you, and I think the best way you can get out of that is by educating yourself what depression is, or what other mood disorders are. And I put in here that I have books in the description, so there is a link in the description to a set of books that I like, and there's also included some of my self-help books that I listen to on Audible. Great books. There's especially one that says I Don't Want to Talk About It, and it's basically a men's mental health, depression video, not video, but book and audiobook and everything. But the best thing that I did is when I decided, I think I might have something, was to educate myself so I can actually realize what's going on. Like the anger was a lot to do with the depression and anxiety and everything, irritability, all that stuff, me not wanting to go to work, me not loving the things I used to love, me not enjoying the things that I used to like to do. A lot of those things, when you start realizing, hey, it's not just me being tired, it's not just me being upset about stuff, that's kind of what happens. It's a mood disorder. So once again, I'm not going to pay attention to the chat. I just did a quick look, just seeing how you guys are doing. It's nice to see 36 of you guys in here. Thank you. So once you have an understanding, things will make more sense. As soon as I started listening to that book, as soon as I started thinking, maybe I have something. It took me a long time to figure that out, but as soon as I started listening, as soon as I started, I'm like, wow, light bulbs started clicking, like boom, 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 like really quick. And it made it so that things do make more sense. And it's like, yeah, I might have this. And you know what? If I have this, there's a way to fix it. So the excuse of, what is it? There's nothing wrong with me. Maybe there's not. It honestly could be sleep deprivation. It could be a bad diet. It could be another disease that's causing, the same symptoms as a mood disorder. Who knows? But, I mean, a normal is where you're actually enjoying things. There's stressful things out there, but the things that you typically enjoy, like let's say riding a motorcycle. You want to go out and ride a motorcycle and you enjoy riding a motorcycle. If you're at the point where you used to love motorcycles and you go out riding and you don't like it anymore, and you're just like, oh, well, that's just because I don't like it anymore, but maybe something else is going on. Maybe you're just stressed out, sleep deprivation. Maybe there's a depression going on. Who knows? But that's why you need to educate yourself to understand that and relax and just kind of, figure out what's going on. So another thing is that it's not me. This goes with the other thing. It's not me. It's work or a spouse, family, something, something, something. And for me, it was always like, it's not me. It's my ex-wife, my second ex-wife, my girlfriend right now. It's not me. It's the kids. The kids are pissing me off. It's not me. Work is shitty. That's one reason why I left City of Yuma Fire Department, is because I thought it's got to be the work. I got to get a different department. I got to figure. No, it wasn't. It traveled with me. The mood disorder, the depression, everything traveled with me. Went to the same problem, same everything. And yeah, it's really easy to blame others for your problems when you don't look at yourself thinking that there's something wrong with you. And that was one of the biggest issues that I had. But external factors can play a huge part in, exacerbating some of these issues that you might have, or they might be causing some of these things, and it's putting you into a depressive mood or a different mood disorder. But that's usually not the case. Sometimes it's an internal thing that's going on, and for me, it was an internal thing. I put here that I enjoyed being a firefighter, but I also hated going to work for many years. I loved doing the work of helping somebody. I loved doing the work of taking care of a patient, but I hated going to work. Does that make sense? And if it makes sense to you, and if you understand what I'm trying to say, it's like, that's not good. And at the end of the day, I knew that my perception was wrong, because I love doing it and I miss it. I actually really do miss it. But at the same time, I love doing what I'm doing now because of you guys. So another thing is another excuse is I have no one to talk to, and that's a difficult one. It's not necessarily you literally have no one at all, like no one at all. Like, you have a brother or sister somewhere, you have a parent somewhere, you have a friend somewhere, you have a coworker somewhere. You're not literally a hermit. But I understand when people say I have no one to talk to, as in I have no one that cares enough to talk to, or I think that no one cares enough to talk to me or listen to me. You just have to find that one friend, find that one family friend, family member, your husband or wife, coworker, anybody that truly loves you unconditionally, that you know that you can tell them something and they'll listen and they'll want to find something good for you. They're not going to try to solve your problem for you. They're going to help you figure it out. And I have one friend, and then I have my girlfriend and my mom. That's basically it. I have Matt, girlfriend, mom. Those are like those three people that I can completely be open with, like completely. And this is like the most I've ever been open with outside of a lot of people. And to be quite honest, I do have friends, I do have family members that watch my YouTube channel, watch these streams, and I'm at the point where it's like, you know what, it doesn't really matter, because like we need to talk about it. Men need to talk about it. Women talk about it all the time, but men need to talk about it. I'm being really open and honest with you guys. Another thing is that if honestly, if you don't feel like you can talk to somebody face to face, okay, face to face, that can be difficult. Usually text messages are pretty good. Phone calls are even better, definitely, because you're able to speak with your voice and everything, and you can kind of hear different tones, different, because with the text you can easily lie, and all that stuff. There's another thing that we have here is my Discord server, the DDFM Discord server. And at this point, I don't even want to call it my Discord server. It's the DDFM crew Discord server. It's everyone here. If you notice, Venezia, Raynin, and a few other people here with the wrench next to their name, they're moderators and admins on the Discord server. And for some reason, it's saying 0 members online. I might need to fix that. There's actually 700 plus people that are on the Discord server, and roughly 200 at a time are online. There's actually a section in here that I'll show you guys real soon, that it's a mental health section, and there's a bunch of us in there, and I participate, I mainly lurk and listen, but there's a lot of people in there that open up big, and it's easy to talk to strangers sometimes, especially like-minded, especially with people with the same issues, or maybe going something worse, and you're going through something better at the time, or you all of a sudden go through something worse, and someone's going through something okay, they're not in a bad spot right now for this week. We still help each other out, and that's the great thing about the channel. That's the great thing about the server and the crew, is that we're all taking care of each other. So if you feel like you have no one to talk to, I do have a link in the description to the Discord server. It's a bit.ly link. It's a DDFM chat, and if you need any help, Brian also here. I looked real quick. I'll put you boom. You're a moderator now. So if any of my moderators want to, put a link in the chat, if anybody wants to check it out, that'd be great. One second. All right. So another thing is, I can't afford a therapist. That's a huge one. Therapists cost a lot. Counselors cost a lot, and there's different levels of psychologists, psychiatric. There's MDs, there's not MDs, there's counselors, there's service workers, and it all depends on what you truly need. And I was lucky enough to see a true therapist, someone that was really good, for a couple weeks, almost it was 4 sessions, when I was still working for the department here, because I had insurance. When I lost the insurance because I resigned, I was lucky. I signed up for BetterHelp.com, and this is the service that I was talking about. That it's an online service, and that I want you guys to check out and just see what you think. But I'm actually going to walk you through what I've been doing for the past week with my own. And so we're going to go ahead and switch from this screen to the next. And here we go. So we got switch to here. So I actually got to log in. That's my email, DanDanTheFireman. All right. So we're going to go to the very top. So I logged into BetterHelp.com. And this is basically this is what the screen looks like when you get in. There's no mess, no fuss. When you first log in, I'll even show you real quick what it looks like. Let's do an incognito window. Let's do BetterHelp.com. So this is what it looks like when you first join. Okay, so when you click Get Started, they ask you a bunch of questions. You say you're a male, select your age, and you go through this whole process. It's about 30-something questions, and you sign up. Actually, let's just go ahead and do it. So I'm 31. I want individual counseling. I'm divorced, but I'm in a relationship, so I never know what to put on this part. So I'll put in a relationship. Yes, I've been to counseling before. How would you rate your current physical health? I would say fair. Ever since quitting or resigning from the fire department, I've been eating like crap, and I haven't been working out as much as I would. Sleep habits actually have gotten pretty good recently since I've been off the department. Current eating habits, I'd say fair. They're not the greatest. I'm getting better at it. Financial status, I'd say fair. I'm currently experiencing overwhelming sadness, grief, or depression. I'll put yes. Over the past 2 weeks, how often you've been bothered by any of the following problems: moving or speaking slowly that other people could have noticed, or the opposite, being so fidgety or restless that you have been moving around a lot more than usual. I'll put several days. Some people have noticed it when I was at work, so I'm kind of like, I'm guessing on a lot of these things. Over the past 2 weeks, these problems, so little interest or pleasure in doing things. Now this is a big one. Nearly every day. even now for me, nearly every day, and I have to fight that. Feeling down, depression, or hopeless more than half the days. Trouble falling asleep, staying asleep, or sleeping too much. Right now it's about not at all, but I'll put several days because I still have a problem sometimes. All those naps, I feel good. Feeling tired or having little energy nearly every day. I mean, I have... Oh, I forgot the transition. There we go. Nearly every day. I'm still getting used to this thing, so I have to actually have an energy drink. So here we go. Over the past 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by any of the following problems? Poor appetite or overeating? Nearly every day. I eat. Feeling bad about yourself or that you are a failure and have let yourself down or your family down. This used to be nearly every day before medications. So I'll put several days. Trouble concentrating on things such as reading a newspaper or watching television. This used to be an issue for me because I would sit down and watch TV with the family and something would just be like gnawing at my brain. Something would be gnawing at my brain and I'd be, you know, going over here. And one second. I'm going to do something real quick. Let's go ahead. I'm going to turn the audio off. So okay, here we go. So anyways, thank you, Dark Fox. I have noticed with the super chats, I truly do appreciate it. Guys, if you want the super chats, I'm not paying attention to that stuff because I'm going through all this. But if you want to do super chats, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I really do. It helps out the channel. Actually, I'll talk about it after this. So I'll get to you guys. But thank you so much. So trouble concentrating on things like television. Something would be like gnawing on my brain. It's like I have to go fix it. I have to go fix it. I have to go fix it. I have to. And I would literally get up from enjoying television with my family to get on the computer to try to fix something that didn't need to be fixed. And I've gotten a lot better at it. So I'll put several days now. Thoughts that you would be better off dead or hurting yourself in some way. For me personally, not at all. That's something that I'm luckily that I haven't had an issue with. How difficult have these problems made it for you to do your work, take care of things at home, or get along with other people? This was extremely difficult. Extremely difficult for me. Are you currently experiencing anxiety, panic attacks, or have any phobias? Yeah, I get anxiety. Currently experiencing any chronic pain? No. Currently employed? I'm YouTube is my employment. Would you consider yourself to be spiritual? Yes. You have any problems or worries about intimacy? Nope. Orientation? I am straight. Are you currently taking medication? Yes. I'm taking Prozac and Xanax. When was the last time you had a plan to commit suicide? Never. How often do you drink alcohol? Almost daily. It's pretty much daily. Who referred you to BetterHelp? I'm just going to put, I saw a social media post. United States. I'm in Arizona. I have completed the questionnaire. Okay. So then at this point, you just create an account. Okay. So we're at this point with me. So we're going to get out of this. And we're here. So all these things right here says, what is your gender? Male. How old are you? 31. Moving or speaking. All these questions are here. Oh, one sec. The chat disappeared. Let me go ahead and... I didn't realize the chat disappeared. We're going to fix that. There we go. Fixed. Thank you, Dark. I appreciate it. There's also a link in the description, the very first link, and that is for a donation instead of super chats, if that's something that you guys would rather do. Anyways, so all these questions that I fill out for the questionnaire popped up here. And when you create an account, see, all these popped up. When you create an account, you get referred to a counselor. You get paired up with a counselor, and you can either deny it, that counselor, and go for something else. You get these emails saying, hey, what would you like? Well, I got paired up with Karen. Karen is my counselor, and we are... So Karen is a licensed professional counselor. This seems kind of like copy and paste a little bit, but she's been helping people for 18 years. She specializes in rehab and residential treatment. So a practical note, just right here, she says that she will respond to my messages within 1 business day. So messages as in like text messages. and everything goes through this. Everything goes through this counseling session. And so what she says is she primarily works through the message, but she also does half-hour live sessions for phone, but she doesn't do video sessions. So some counselors do video sessions, so you can do Skype calls with your counselor. You can do all these things, and so we got all this, and I put, I just responded to her. This was 3 days ago. I put, "Thank you for your message. I am unsure what happens next. This is my first time using the service." She messaged me right away. "Great to hear from you, Daniel. Why don't you check out the worksheet?" So there was a worksheet that she wanted me to work on, and she attached it right here. And this worksheet, she's asking about, or she's letting me know what psychotherapy is. So this is a great worksheet. If I can hopefully give this to you guys. But she tells you the type of, she's using this as a way to tell me, but type of psychotherapy. There's psychoanalysis, CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, motivational interviewing, person-centered therapy, individual, group, family, couples, who can provide it. So you got mental health counselors, psychologists, psychiatrists, social workers, limitations of it. And then I was supposed to write my feedback or any questions I have for her and then send it to her, which I did. And that's what this was. And it says, you completed this worksheet, and I sent it to her. But I said, "So far, no questions. I was in therapy for 4 sessions, lost my insurance, hoping to pick up from there." So this is just me talking to her. "Great to hear from you, Daniel. Can you share more about what you were working on with your therapist? What did you like about CBT?" Because I put in there that I really wanted to continue doing CBT. "And how do I fill my time? What brings me joy?" And then I put, I came here because I was losing interest in my profession and home life. Or I came to her because I was losing focus on that. Always felt dull. I originally went to my doctor and she prescribed me Prozac for depression and Xanax for anxiety. I hardly take the Xanax, but I have been following the 40 milligram dose of Prozac daily. That has helped tremendously, and my goal was to get off the medications through therapy. I have a tough time letting go of things and seem to get very irritable at times. The Prozac has got that to a great place, but I want to change how my mind thinks. That way I don't have to use it." So I'm open with her. I'm asking her these questions, and I'm telling her what I feel. And I got a message back, and she's happy to hear from me. "Can you share more about you? How do you fill your time? Who do you spend it with? What brings you joy? What does a tough time letting go of things look like for you? What does irritable mean?" So we're just talking back and forth. And this is an unbiased person. This is someone that is like, they don't know who I am. They do not know who I am. So if I went to talk about Matt, maybe he'll try to come up with something and say, "Hey, maybe, work or whatever." Maybe, they'll try to solve the problem. And right now, they're just trying to absorb information to let you solve your own problems. So I fill my time with my YouTube channel. It has now become my career and passion. I talk about motorcycle safety and men's mental health. Helping others brings me joy. Before I did this, I was a firefighter for 11 years. I recently ended that career to do this full time. A tough time letting go is a weird feeling. Last night, and the living room fan wouldn't work. Living room fan doesn't work. We had to call and get it maintenance, and for some reason it's just being an issue. And for some reason, I'll just keep reading. I was having a hard time not thinking about it and wanting it fixed. It would cause me to be anxious and then slowly start to get angry. It would normally be worse, but I sensed it and walked away. So normally it would piss me off. Normally it would be like, "How do I fix it? How do I fix it?" I'd be trying to fix it when everyone's watching TV. I'm bothering them. So that's something that the Prozac and everything has helped. So 2 hours ago, she messaged me. "Good to hear from you, Daniel. This YouTube channel of yours sounds so cool. 2 very important missions there: motorcycle safety and men's mental health. And you're a firefighter. I'm seeing that you care about others and have a mission to serve. That's really wonderful." So I think you're saying that being irritable and having a hard time letting go means that the little things, I put little quotes because I don't think they are actually always so little, can really affect your mood. And I see that you are able to sense things bigger and manage that. Can you say more about what helped you walk away? I'm wondering if some of your CBT knowledge kicked in. I've attached a worksheet about CBT since you said you feel it is effective for you. Could you share more about you? Your questionnaire says you're in a relationship. Can you tell me about that? All this stuff. And I actually haven't looked at the CBT worksheet, so let's go ahead and look at that. These are great resources. Great resources. And obviously I'll fill this out and I'll send it to her. It's amazing. So BetterHelp is a great resource. That's as far as I got. It's a great resource. It really is. And if I wanted to schedule that 30-minute phone call, I can click over here on schedule, and she has her schedule. So today at 4:30, I can call her because she doesn't have an appointment. Monday, there's all these openings. Tuesday, and I think I have unlimited. I think you get unlimited as long as you apply and sign in. You have unlimited unless they say no. But I'm still doing a review on this. I'm gonna do it for another month, and I can't wait to kind of just see how this goes. But I'm really excited to work on this. It's awesome. It's really awesome. It currently is $65 a week. It's a little much, and I mean not a little much as in it's too expensive. It's a lot of money, to be honest. It's $65 a week, and you pretty much get what you get. You pretty much get what you put into it. Same thing with any counseling session. But if you think about it, one counseling session a week, face to face for an hour, where you have to drive, you have to get out, you have to meet somebody. Those usually cost like $150 to $200 unless you get like some type of financial aid. And the cool thing is BetterHelp, you can actually apply for financial aid. It's a really cool thing. You can ask for it, you can email them and apply for it. And yeah, and then after 3 months of using the service, it gets knocked down to $45 a week. That's, to me, I think that's worth it, and I'm using that right now. I'm doing it right now, and I'm checking it out for you guys, see if it's worth the cost. And so far, just having somebody guide you through a process is great. Like this right here is amazing. If you want to start off with something that's free, I mean, it's not a therapist, it's not a counselor or anything like that. If you want to start off with something free, definitely join the Discord. So here's the Discord. This is the introduction. So this gives you like a bunch of information, and like it says down here, I think it says over here that there's 0 online. That is not true. There's a bunch online. This is the server. So if you guys don't know what Discord is, it is a big chat room. It is a big chat room, and the great thing is that the DDFM crew, the DDFM family, the community around this channel has been helpful. That's the type of channel that I wanted to produce, and now it's its own live. It's its own thing, and so yeah, there's 713 users, and it's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome, and we all help each other. I don't want to click on the mental health section. There's one right here on the left side, right there. It's very active. So if you want to go in there, you can go in there and check out the mental health section, talk, respond, listen, lurk, read, whatever it is. We do have voice channels. We do have other stuff outside of mental health. We have the motorcycle mechanics, bike pictures, and all that stuff. So we have a lot of cool stuff. And then it's a free resource. So if you feel like you want to talk to me, you want to get a hold of me, I'm on here almost all the time. We have moderators and an admin here like almost all the time, and we have the regulars that are here almost all the time. But you can pop in here and lurk and read and comment if you want, and it's a great resource. I think we've helped each other out quite a bit in the Discord. But definitely, if you want to, you can sign up for free. Here's the thing: is you can sign up for free and do the whole questionnaire thing. And that's free, and you can get paired up with a counselor and figure out what you want to do. And the thing is, you can cancel anytime. So you do 1 week and you're like, I don't like this. You do 2 weeks, I don't like this. A year, I don't like this. There's no contract you have to sign up for. There's no I have to do this for 6 months, like I paid 6 months worth. No, you pay week by week, and if you don't like it, you cancel. So I think that's really awesome. I think that's awesome, and I don't know, I'm using it and I like it. And there's also these things over here, groupinars, so I can attend a live group where the topic is cutting loose from your parents as an adult, how can I be a better parent, perfectly imperfect, understanding perfectionism, living a life of gratitude and resiliency, self-confidence and self-esteem. So like Tuesday, August 14th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, 12 p.m. Pacific. I can click this, so it talks about the speaker, and I can register for it. And let's just go ahead and click that, and I put in my information. It says to use a nickname or initials, so that's what you'll do. But I think that's pretty cool that you have all these resources for $65 a week, and then it goes to $45 after 3 months of you continuously using it. So that's all I wanted to say about today's video. Now it's just gonna be like a question and answer type thing. It's gonna be just us hanging out, seeing how you guys respond to this. So I'm gonna switch it back to the webcam. There we go. And I'm just gonna leave the lounge up, the Discord. So if you want access to the Discord, there we got Venezia posting here, and we have everything over here. So I'm actually gonna put notifications and everything back on. So if you do a super chat, if you see somebody, if somebody subscribes, it'll pop up. And now we're just kind of hanging out. Okay, we're just hanging out. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Do you think anybody should really be speaking more? That was a pretty open conversation on my part, and it was honestly kind of tough. I almost thought I had to take like some Xanax beforehand, and I'm glad I didn't. And it's relaxed. That's the thing, is like talking, it relaxes you. It relaxes me. So it's so great about the Discord. So what do you guys think? What do you guys want to see when it comes to that kind of stuff? But outside of that, you got any questions about the channel? You got any questions about BetterHelp? You got any questions about anything? I'm really excited because the Custom Dynamics is going to be sponsoring August Patreon giveaway. So there's also that. I'm going to be working on that this weekend. I'm going to be installing all that stuff on my bike this weekend. Tomorrow I will be at Harley-Davidson at Tucson for their 10-year anniversary in that building. So that I'll be doing that tomorrow. There's no video tomorrow for camping. That's just getting harder and harder to do. And so I'm not going to be doing that, but I'll be at the event. I'll probably do a live stream. But I do have a Sunday video. If you guys are still in here, I got a Sunday video, and it involves Fast Eddie. He just joined the Discord yesterday, and I got a video of his, and it's on slow speed maneuvers. So that's going up on Sunday. So I'm super excited for that. And what else? I invested a lot of the Patreon money and a lot of the super chat and donations that you guys are giving. If you notice like I said, in the link in the description, there's a link to Patreon and a link to donate, and then also the super chats. Is that I invested in a green screen, a nice collapsible one, because I'm in an apartment, so I have to keep room and everything, and I got lighting and everything. So I moved this thing over here. This is a big old bookshelf. I moved that out of the way. So now I got a green screen that it's going to come up behind me. It's collapsible, so I can roll it up and roll it down. It's going to be nice. It's going to be real nice. I got a boom mic, so I can move this out of my way. So I invested that money in to make this better, because I plan on doing more live streams, especially with live edits. And with live edits, when I do something like this, I'll be doing I'll be doing a lot of some really cool stuff with this. Like I'll do Premiere Pro and everything, and then wrong button. And then right here I'll obviously be having the webcam and everything, and I'll have all this section right here green screened out, so it's gonna look real nice. What's up, Austin Bowen? How you doing? De-escalate myself. I had a tough time doing that before medications, but beforehand, the best way I could do it was to go for a walk. Like my dog, Stella, it was great. Like that was the thing. I would take my dog for a walk, but like it's so hot here, especially in Yuma and Tucson. It's so hot, sometimes you can't do that. So I used to be really big in working out, and almost to the point where I didn't care if it was so hot. I'd go for a run without the dog. I'd just go for a run, wear myself out, tire myself out. But you can only do that so much, and so it really just was a problem. I couldn't de-escalate. But now it's almost like the medications and being able to understand with the CBT that to de-escalate, it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier, and especially with the books that I mentioned, with the books, I have an understanding why I'm upset, What's an honest reaction? What's a good reaction? What's the appropriate reaction to something? Because that's what CBT right here is something happens. Let's go ahead and move it over. Something happens. It could be anything. You have thoughts about what has occurred. You experience emotions based upon your thoughts, and you respond to your thoughts and feelings with behaviors. So something would happen. I would think negatively right here on this section. I'd have a negative emotion, and I'd respond negatively with behavior. So with the medication and like learning through CBT, I was able to change my thought, which would prevent a negative emotion, which would prevent a negative behavior. And it's as simple as that, but it's hard to do. It's as simple as that, but it's hard to do. And I think that's what's really cool about going to therapy, and BetterHelp is a way to do that, so you don't have to leave the house. There's a phone app. I use the phone app all the time. I get a text message every time she responds to me. I'm trying to pull up my phone app right now, and let's see. And it's pin locked, so if you lose your phone, no one's gonna see your stuff. But it's the same thing. It's the, I don't know how you, obviously you're not gonna be able to see it, dang it. But it's the same exact screen. It's just optimized for mobile at that point. It's the same screen as, oh, and I got kicked out because I was logged out. It's the same screen as this. So it's very intuitive and everything. It's really nice. Right now, YouTube Ned is the great. It's the outlet. It's talking to you guys on Discord. It's talking to you guys right now. Like right here, this is a therapy for me. This is great. Positive mental attitude makes a huge thing. Yeah, I'm getting a green screen, Ned. It's gonna be awesome. Now I'm reading a lot of the comments. I have my second screen right here. You know what? I'm gonna do a Patreon story. It's like Google, or it's like Instagram stories and Snapchat stories. And just if you want to see what my setup looks like right now, right in front of me, make sure you swing on by Patreon. I'll make it so that the public can see it. There you go, guys. My setup during the live stream. So I'll make it so that everybody can see this one. So just swing on by the DDFM crew page, the Patreon, and you'll see what that screen looks like. Yeah, it's a great place to out my thoughts here. And if you notice, the Discord's blowing up. We got an active Discord and a lot of members. It's not like one of those where there's like 12. If you've been in one, it's not like it's like 12,000 members and only like 20 people talk. We have like literally 200 people on at a time, and I would say like 100 of those people talk, all in different areas. You know, one person or 20 will be in the mental health section, 20 will be in the motorcycle mechanics, but the rest will be in the lounge. We're actually talking all the time, all over the world. It's great. It's awesome. What's up? You also deal with depression? Okay. How often do I plan on streaming? Daniel, I plan on, this week has been like the streaming test. So Monday I streamed, Wednesday I streamed after the video, or Monday I streamed a lot, and then today I'm streaming. This was a big test. I was using different services. I'm using Streamlabs OBS now, and I'm investing in streaming because on Mondays and Wednesdays after the tip video, after the tip video, like on Monday, it's at 2 p.m. My time, so I think it's Pacific time. We don't do Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time. So at 2 p.m. the tip video goes up. At 3 p.m. I'm going to do an hour-long live stream. So Wednesday, same thing. 2 p.m. goes up, and at 3 p.m. I'll do a 2-hour-long live stream. And I might change that. I might change it from, the tip video is going out at 1 p.m. now, and I'll do a 2 p.m. live stream. But we'll do that. Then Fridays, maybe the same thing. If you guys like this, to where I'm talking to you open, and it's a live stream where we're being open, almost like a group setting, then I'll do this if this is something you want to see. And I usually do polls. I usually do what do you guys want to see type stuff on the Discord, and I definitely do it on Patreon. I asked recently about on Patreon. And if you want to vote for that, Patreon's $1 a month, and you have instant access to vote and everything. But yeah, definitely join the Discord if you want. That's absolutely free. In England, CBT is a motorcycle test. Cognitive behavioral therapy, though. Yeah, Josiah, they are all cool down here. They're all cool. I'm just reading your guys' comments now. So if you want, you can just go ahead and blast the comments, and I can answer any questions you guys have. If you want to ask me questions about therapies, if you want to ask me questions about the Discord, if you want to ask me questions about my mindset, like, you know, what is the things that, you know, piss me off or get me irritable, and what is irritable to me. If you have any questions like that, I've done a lot of videos on that to where I answered a lot of those questions. But if you specifically want to ask a question, you can either ask it here or in Discord. You can private message me on Discord. It's a lot easier to get a hold of me on Discord. I hardly ever check my Facebook and Instagram messages. I'm sorry. I just have too much to, you know, I got comments here on YouTube and Discord. Those are the main things I do. Love my vids. Thank you, Dark Fox. And, you know, once again, I appreciate your super chats, man. They make a huge world of difference when it comes to funding what I'm doing here. Everything I make, I put back into the channel. I put back into stuff for you guys. And I'm thankful enough, or I'm thankful that I'm not like super materialistic where I have to have like stuff. I gotta buy like the biggest truck. No, I'm driving a Nissan Sentra that I can easily handle payments. My bike's been paid off, so like I'm thankful that I can afford everything, and I'm not using your guys' money for like big old trips. I'm using it to buy stuff. I spent $300 today on green screen and lighting, and I bought another Yi camera. This is going to be just a third camera that I'm going to have, so I can have another shot of, let's say, the shifter, and I can have a shot of my clutch, and I can show you how to shift and clutch and all that stuff real time. So you guys are actually really helping me out with the super chats. You guys are helping me out with the donations. Like I said, the link in the description, that's to a donation page. And everything should be, if you donate, everything should be, yeah, the alert box. I'm going to do a test alert box. It's a subscriber. See, that should pop up. So if you donate, if you do a super chat, it'll pop up there. If you do a super chat or donate anything, it will actually make a noise. So I'm working on all this stuff. And once I get the green screen, all this right here is going to be gone. It's going to be great. So you're going to see more of the background. The background looks like this. I'll go ahead and edit this. Background looks like that. Now I'm working on different backgrounds so that it looks better. I obviously need to fix the Discord thing. There's a ton of people on right now. Alright. Have you done any research on complex PTSD? Complex PTSD? No, I've done some research on PTSD itself, and that is an anxiety disorder, which is still a mood disorder. And usually it does involve some type of trauma, mental or physical. And I personally don't think I have that, thankfully, because there's a lot of stuff that I did see as a firefighter. It doesn't put me in there. Hi, Nikki. Oh no, that's her mom. Nikki's at work right now. I was like, did Nikki join the chat? No. Dark, thank you. Oh, you know what? I think I have it to where if you do $2 or more, so $1.99, it won't do it. I need to change that. I'm gonna change that right now. I appreciate it, dude. That's awesome. Thank you for the super chat. You know, and if you do a super chat, it actually goes to the Discord. So Dark, all your super chats are popping up in the Discord. If you notice on the bottom left, here I'll show you. So let's see. New light blue super chat from Dark Fox 2025, $1.99. I'll do this for now. I'll leave it like this for now. Oh my gosh, Dark Fox, thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. I truly appreciate it. Now it should populate. If it does, I'm gonna be mad. But no, dude, I appreciate it. I really do. I'm new to streaming. This is my first week of streaming. I'm used to just using a camera. So minimum amount, yeah, $3. So it should do it. Majiko78, he is on the Discord. Let's go ahead and put it back over here. He stated that what camera did I buy last night? I'll go ahead and show you. So now we're just hanging out. We're just hanging out, relaxing, and actually I want to show you. So I actually got this. This is the screen I got. So I got this. I'm gonna go ahead and share this with the Discord. So you can use Discord on the computer or on your phone. It's great. It's a great resource. So let's go ahead and put it here. Ned Taylor, thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, man. I don't know why the alert box isn't working. I'm going to go ahead and refresh it. Go ahead and refresh the alert box. Let's go ahead and test it again. Okay, we're going to test the super chat now. Alright. Might just stick to YouTube, Nathan. That's fine, man. That's fine. If you don't want to join the Discord, that's perfectly fine. I like it. I lurk a lot. I don't comment. I don't do anything. Robert Lacey asked, have you ever lost someone close to you? If you have, tip for how to deal with it. Have I ever lost someone close to me? Yeah. Robert, just 3 days ago, my grandma died. So yeah, that sucks. And how do I deal with it? Well, you have to understand. You basically educate yourself on that. Like I educated myself on the 5 stages of grief, and I know I'm gonna be angry. I know I'm gonna be sad. I know I'm gonna deny it. I know I'm gonna, finally accept it. Or bargain and all that stuff. And man, I denied the crap out of it for a little bit. Like yesterday and the day before. Like I deny every single time I'm not talking to my mom. I'm denying it. And then when I talk to my mom, I get sad. So at this point, I know I'm in that area. I'm in that stage. I'm waiting for me to get angry. I'm waiting for all that. So, I'm going to be a pallbearer at her funeral. I'm going to say something at the funeral. So, yeah, it's how to deal with it. It's talk about it. I'm talking about it right now. I talk about it in the Discord, and that's the best you can do. But man, it was terrible. It was terrible. There's not much. I mean, I'm still learning. So get the case Mexico commenting in there. Thank you, Dark Fox. I wonder why it's not doing the alerts. Why isn't it doing the alerts? You're going to go through one of those stages because that covers the whole gambit of emotions. You know, denial, sadness, anger, bargaining, and acceptance. That goes through all the whole gambit. So you're either going to get stuck in denial, you're going to get stuck in anger, you're going to get stuck in sadness, and I think the only reason why you don't move to the next step is that you don't accept it. Like you just don't accept it. So like you could be really angry, and it's like you want to stay angry. You don't want to accept the fact that something's happening because you haven't accepted it yet. That's the last stage. So you're staying angry. That's your emotion, is you're angry, and you bounce maybe back to sadness for a little bit, but then you go back to angry. It's like you're comfortable in the angry. You're comfortable in the denial. You're comfortable in the sadness. You're comfortable in the bargaining. You know, like trying to find a solution to something that it's already happened. So you can get stuck in one of those stages and keep bouncing back and forth, but you'll have your main one. And to kind of get yourself out of that, you have to understand that there's a next step. That you have to get yourself to the acceptance. You have to get yourself through the bargaining. You have to fight the urge to stay in bargaining. You got to fight the urge to stay in denial. You have to accept the fact that it did happen. So now that you know that it did happen, and you're accepting that fact, you might get sad. And then you have to accept, hey, I'm sad. And it's like, yeah, this is a normal response to what happened. But if you're sad for 2+ weeks, that's considered depression. So you have to kind of accept the fact, it's like, you know, I can be sad for a little bit. And then it's weird how it works. It meshes into anger. You know, it's fine. You can be angry about it. You can be angry that it's a shitty situation. Like I said, bargaining is like, let's say something bad happened, a car accident, you know, and it caused the death or some type of loss. Remember, it could be a loss of a limb or something. It could be you're grieving that, and you could bargain like, you know, if only they did this, and if only this happened, and you know, maybe if I did, and you're like constantly in that mode, and then finally you just accept it, like, it happened. I'm not sad anymore. I'm not angry about it anymore, and you'll know that, you'll feel that, but every once in a while you'll bounce back. Yeah, you're not a failure for needing meds. I have my own medications, and I'm perfectly fine with it. I'm running out because I don't have a doctor anymore, so I'm actually looking into CBD oil to test out. But you know, there's nothing wrong with medications. Absolutely nothing wrong with medications, especially SSRIs. Something that helps out with depression. Excuse me. Depression and obsessive thoughts. Obviously, you don't want to be stuck with it, but it's a great way to get you going. It got me into the mindset to learn. So that was really important. So hopefully, now that I have that understanding, I want to learn and get better. Hopefully, I don't need the medications anymore. I want to be able to just train my brain, you know, to think that way. What am I drinking? I'm drinking a Zions energy drink. That's what I'm doing. So while I'm here, I'm gonna try to fix this freaking stream. Let's do Discord, Streamlabs, OBS server. Maybe it doesn't work with. It probably doesn't work with Streamlabs. So for now, we'll move that out of the way. We'll move the viewer count. We'll do that instead. What's up, Night Rain? How you doing? Surprised that, like, the subscriber thing doesn't pop up. There we go. There we go. I refreshed it. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just like clicking buttons here. It's probably doing some stuff. So there we go. Hey Orion, how you doing, man? How you doing? Appreciate your vids. You deserve the support. I'm a Patreon because you are honest and prepared to tackle many things. I was corrections officer for 12 years. Yeah, dude. I thank you for being a patron, man. I really appreciate it. It does. You guys are supporting this channel. You guys are part of the crew. We're all helping each other out. That's the thing. But yeah, if you want to join the Discord, I know you said you're not into that whole chat thing, but you get access as a Patreon. If you're $5 or more, you get access to the crew lounge, which we talk about a lot of behind the scenes stuff. I'm putting a lot of it back on Patreon, but yeah, you have full access to talk in the crew lounge. Darius says, hello Dan, greetings from Poland. It's so awesome to see international people. Love your videos. You're talking about courage, talking about difficult things. You might be a hero to some people that you may think it's not manly enough to talk about it. Thank you. I'm trying. Wayne says they suffer of depression also, respecting your way to talk about it. We all got to talk about it. We really do have to talk about it. We have to be open about it. We have to, and that's the main thing with the Movember Foundation and Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, is that nobody talks about it, that stigma. So how I did things here on this is that I talked about common excuses for people not to talk about, especially men. And this is a great way to talk with you guys and discuss with you guys. So I might just do my Friday vlogs like this, and we can talk about different things. This one's a common excuse. We can do one based on meds, like Raynin mentioned. Like medications has a negative stigma on it also. It's like you guys have no problem, or not you guys, we all have no problem taking sleeping pills if we need to go to sleep. All of us don't have a problem taking ibuprofen if we have a sore muscle. All of us don't have a problem taking Advil if we have a headache, or aspirin if we have a headache. Anything. But then all of a sudden you say, yeah, go ahead and take some Lexapro or Prozac to treat your depression. Everyone's like, no. It's like, why? Luke A. came to watch my ride bikes, stayed for the insight and personality. One of your favorite. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Hi from Greece, England. I think VA is Virginia, right? I'm wearing a Blockhead shirt, High Octane Dinosaurs, 93 Dead Dinos. Cheers from a Kiwi fireman. How you doing, man? Hope you're staying safe. It's a dangerous job no matter where you're at in the world. Yeah, this is what I like to do, and I'm the cool thing about out of activity. So let's just go and get out of that. So the cool thing about this is that I can contact her and I can talk to her anytime I want. I can talk to her at all. Like, if I don't want to talk to her, I'm not going to talk to her. If I want to talk to her, I can talk to her. But yeah, some people don't accept it. And I'm talking about Robert asked. Some people don't accept it. But yeah, BetterHelp, like I said, there's a link in the description for that. And I know let's go ahead and get the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride in there. So let's do, I'm going to be doing a lot more live streams. During the week. I like doing live streams. I enjoy it, and it's easier to talk to you guys this way. I think it's really awesome. So let's go ahead and put Distinguished Gentleman's Ride. Distinguished Gentleman's. If you guys want to see like behind the scenes stuff, definitely get on Patreon. $1 a month will get you these live edits where I edit the videos. So $1 a month will give you that. You'll get access to that. And it helps out the channel, and you get a special color on the Discord. So I mean, it's all pretty cool. Let's see. Ned, I have DDFM merch. I do have merch. Lone Wolf, sadly my depression manifests shitty treatment of my son, among other things. Yeah, my depression manifested into the shitty treatment of my two stepchildren, and I didn't want to be that stepdad, you know, and it was just, I always thought it was their fault, but it's not. It was my fault. And once I got on medication, once I started doing all this stuff, life turned around insanely, like, quick. Life turned around to the massive positive. And yeah, so I know how you feel on that one. So let's go ahead, just so that, there we go. Let's go ahead and merch. Volunteer emergency services worker, just don't have the muscles to do a calendar. Same here, not anymore. How do you deal with the numbing feeling or getting irritated easily? I understand the numbing feeling. That's a lot of like the like you don't feel anything. Like you don't feel good, you don't feel bad. There's a difference if like no feeling at all. And I remember having that. And then almost the only time I would ever have a feeling is when I'm irritated and angry. And that's what I lived in because that's the only thing I could feel. And how do I deal with it easily? Like, or how do I deal with it getting irritated easily? I really did it until I saw a doctor. Honestly, I really did it until I saw a doctor. And I told her what was going on. I was prescribed medication. When I came to accept the fact that something was going on, I started doing better. Yeah, the only feeling I had was anger. Like I never felt happy. I never felt sad. And when I did feel sad, I felt sad. It was hard. It was like really hard sad. Like it was strong. But it was like always anger. Apathy. Yeah, I mean, I just literally didn't feel anything. Anxiety. It literally would be like, it's called hypervigilance, hyperfocus. So hypervigilance is like I could see something, the smallest little detail, and it would blow up. I could see like the kids didn't, water the dog at the right time, or they didn't feed the dog at 3:30. It's at 3:45, and I called them out on it, and I get angry. Like it's ridiculous, and it's yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do more streams. That's why I invested on stuff. I'm gonna get the green screen, so it's gonna cut all this out, and you're gonna see more of the background. I'm gonna change the background. I just wanted to put some motorcycles in the back, and the numbing feeling all the time when you're by yourself. Same here. When I used to, when I was by myself, I would always feel numb. When I was with somebody else, I was able to like almost get too excited and too happy, and it would go away. So I'd always be attached to somebody, and that was probably my problem with my 2 divorces. I just got attached. Yeah, sad turns into angry most of the time with men. Like women have the stereotypical I'm sad, and I'm saying women, but men also get that. But for women mostly, that's that. Women also get very angry instead. Men tend to be more angry than sad, but symptoms still, they move around with people. But men are usually the ones that just get like angry, and it manifests into an anger or an irritability, and it sucks. No one knows about the last one yet. Well, thank you for sharing. Hopefully we can get that fixed. We can talk about if you want to talk. Are you in the Discord, man? Are you in the Discord? We can join the mental health section, and or you just join the Discord, and you can talk whenever you want to talk. But thank you for sharing. It's tough to say that. It's tough to say that even on here when nobody knows who you are. So thank you for sharing. Yep, Lone Wolf, that's exactly what happened to me. He's saying that still do to some extent, play out potential scenarios in my head and work out each possible ending, and then get pissed off about things that hadn't even happened. And that to me is like how I would go on road trips. I'd plan out every single detail, and it's like if I didn't get there, if I didn't get to it, I'd be pissed. There was no like winging it. There's no enjoying it. And before it even happened, I'd be pissed because I feel like it's not going to happen anyways. It's not going to work anyways. So I'd be pissed before I even left. You think you're in the Discord? Okay, man. Question: what doctor do you go to diagnose these things? I think I have bipolar and a few other things. I saw there are different doctors, and you also mentioned them. How do I know which one to go to? Well, I went to, and I'm assuming based on your name, you're not in the United States. I went to a primary care physician. I went to my like an actual doctor. I got rid of the worksheet, but I'm only going based off of what I know. So I mean, I definitely am not going to be the expert for you, but I went to my primary care doctor. There's therapists. There's psychotherapists. There's psychiatrists. There's mental health counselors, social workers. Basically, go to any one of them. And the kids are. I think the kids are home. Go to any one of them, and then you'll be able to get put in the right direction. There's only certain ones that can prescribe medications. We're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. 1 second. All right, we're back. So there's some that can prescribe meds. There's some that can refer you to a doctor to prescribe meds, but all of them can help you with the mental aspect. I really like the fact that I went to a doctor first because that got me the medication to where I can talk to a therapist easier. It was still very tough. It was still very tough to go talk to somebody, even while on medications, even when I took a Xanax beforehand. So it was really tough. That's why with BetterHelp, you can actually go on BetterHelp. Psychiatrists are the one that prescribe meds because they are actual doctors. But with BetterHelp, you can actually get a psychiatrist, and they can refer you to a doctor, or they can refer you to someone local to hopefully get meds. They can recommend medications. Obviously, they can't prescribe over the internet and stuff like that, but they can recommend and diagnose you through BetterHelp, and you can go see a doctor locally, and then you can tell them, hey, I've been talking to this person for this much. They want me to be on medications. This is my history. Obviously, that's all going to be between you and the BetterHelp counselor. And but I saw that in the facts. I saw that in the frequently asked questions, and I'm actually going to see if I can maybe get some more Prozac. I can maybe see all this stuff. I'm actually going to ask these questions to my counselor. But obviously she can't prescribe because I think mine's just a counselor, not a psychiatrist. But I don't know. Maybe that's something we can do or you can work on. But there's my kid right there. This is why I need the green screen. That's all about being live. See, I'm open and talking about it in front of him. I've talked to him about it, and because I wanted him to understand that my anger that I've had since knowing him wasn't directed at him. It was my fault. That's another thing I did. But now that he's home, now that my girl is coming home pretty soon, and I've been doing this for an hour and 10 minutes, I think I'm going to go ahead and just end the stream. I hope I was able to answer some questions. And guys, everybody, join the Discord. If you don't like it, just don't show up on Discord. You're gonna get pruned. You're gonna get kicked out after 7 days of not being on Discord. It's a setting, so you don't have to worry about getting notifications. Change your notifications if you want, but lurk in there. Just watch. Just like join the Discord and just watch, and see if you like it. If you don't like it, that's fine. Still come here on the channel. I'll read your guys' comments. I'll respond to your guys' comments and all that stuff, and I'll still be doing these things. This is a great way for us to interact with live streams, so I think this is something that I'm going to really want to keep doing. At the same time, I am investing in more cameras. I got the camera right here that I just bought, and I'm investing in more equipment so I can do better stuff for the motorcycle side of this channel. But I'll be doing more live streams, so stay tuned for that, and definitely join the Discord like I said. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and head out, and Venezia was talking about how when I hit end stream it cuts it out, so I'm just gonna leave the be right back section on here. let's go back to this. we're gonna do there we go.